I'm Sandra Sully from the Late News team. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Goes to the mountain. Exclusive coverage of the Primus 1000 Classic live from Bathurst. Supercars, pure adrenaline. Saturday and Sunday, the V8s are only on 10.
I'm Sandra Sully from the Late News team. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Sports tonight, Wednesday, October 15, Lee's Luck. Caulfield Cup favourite Marble Halls draws the ideal barrier. It's tonight. Spring Carnival fever builds, including a horse of steel and charity benefits.
Lady of the Pines.
And 1,000 reasons for Darren Beadman to smile. Well, in tonight's Caulfield Cup barrier draw, Lee Friedman more than happy with the outcome for two of his highly fancied hopes, Marble Halls and Always Aloof, drawing alongside each other in barriers 4 and 5. Both have been heavily backed, Marble Hall 7-2, Always Aloof at 4-1. The Gay Waterhouse trained Magic of Sydney will start from gate 1. Another of Gay's contenders, Epsom winner Iron Horse, has drawn 11. 1995 Caulfield and Melbourne Cups winner Doremus will race from number 12. Count Shivers drawing near the outside in barrier 20. Well, a surprise result in today's Group 1 1,000 Guineas at Caulfield. Lady of the Pines, with star jockey Darren Beadman aboard, storming home from the back of the field to beat Rose of Danehill and Regal Sachet.
With a wealth of talented fillies lining up, the 1,000 Guineas was a wide-open affair, and it showed in the finish. 16-1 chance Lady of the Pines storming home to snare the race from the favourite Rose of Danehill and give champion jockey Darren Beadman back-to-back victory in the race.
Regal Sachet with a great burst of speed. Lady of the Pines on the outside, put her head in front of Rose of Danehill, close to home. Lady of the Pines. Lady of the Pines wins the Guineas from Rose of Danehill. Regal Sachet third.
She's been a challenge, this filly. It was, if she hadn't run well today, I think I was in a lot of trouble.
Returning to scale, cameras were poised for Darren Beadman's traditional Group 1 victory jump. But onlookers' hearts skipped a beat, the jump not as graceful as usual.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hot skip in the jump. Well, I did in New Zealand, so I suppose 2 out of... I think it's about 20 is not too bad.
The best sprinters in the country stepped out next for the Group 2 Chirnside Stakes. Having his first run since May, Mahogany clearly the sentimental favourite. And in the finish, the 7-year-old consolidated his reputation as one of the best sprinters of all time, coming from near last to trounce the field.
It's Mahogany. Mahogany hit the front 100 to go and has careered away. A big winner, Mahogany.
That gives me an enormous thrill. This horse is a 7-year-old. He's won 19 races now. He is an out-and-out champion. People haven't called him that. Probably some people haven't called him that in his life, but he is an out-and-out champion to be doing that at his age.
No doubt about it. Iron Horse is currently 10-1 to win Saturday's Caulfield Cup. But it's not only punters who'll be cheering the Epsom winner home, so will thousands of Australia's disadvantaged children. A win for the horse will be a win for them through the Lone Star Restaurant Racing Syndicate.
How you going this evening, folks? Did you see Iron Horse win the Epsom?
It's Iron Horse for the Epsom and the Variety Club of Australia.
Fantastic win.
Great win.
$170,000 we gave to Variety Club after that win.
It's believed to be unique in the world, a non-profit racing syndicate.
Yeah, that's the remarkable thing. We just get the enjoyment out of racing the horses, seeing them win, and we don't make any money personally from this racing syndicate.
The Lone Star Syndicate races 56 horses. 50% of all prize money goes to the Variety Club, the other 50% back to training. The horses are donated by Bob LaPointe, the man behind Lone Star, who once raced the likes of the Great Emancipation for himself, but now races purely for charity.
Emancipation holding served up.
Bob LaPointe, my father, buys the horses, and now we're starting to breed a few of our better quality horses, and they will hopefully it will become a self-funding project where the horses, we can just race all horses we breed.
Two big races will run at Caulfield today as the count
countdown to Saturday's Caulfield Cup continues. The Group 1000 Guineas and the Chirnside Stakes headline proceedings. Let's cross live to Joe Mackinnon at Caulfield. Joe, an upset in the Guineas and a brilliant victory by Mahogany in the Chirnside.
Yes, Stephen, it's been a fantastic day's racing here at Caulfield today. In the Group 1000 Guineas, talented filly Lady of the Pines finally cracked it for the sort of win she was always destined for, providing the Hayes dynasty with only its second victory in the race. Of course, the other highlight of the day was the Chirnside Stakes, in which champion sprinter Mahogany stormed home to beat boom horse Spartacus. Let's take a look at all the highlights of today's racing action. With a wealth of talented fillies lining up, the 1000 Guineas was a wide-open affair, and it showed in the finish. 16-1 chance Lady of the Pines storming home to snare the race from favourite Rose of Danehill and give champion jockey Darren Beeman back-to-back victory in the race.
Cliche with a great burst of speed. Lady of the Pines on the outside, put her head in front of Rose of Danehill, close to home. Lady of the Pines. Lady of the Pines wins the Guineas from Rose of Danehill. Regal Sachet third.
She's been a challenge, this filly. It was, if she hadn't run well today, I think I was in a lot of trouble.
Returning to scale, cameras were poised for Darren Beedman's traditional Group 1 victory jump. But onlookers' hearts skipped a beat, the jump not as graceful as usual.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hot skip in the jump. Well, I did in New Zealand, so I suppose 2 out of... I think it's about 20 is not too bad.
The best sprinters in the country stepped out next for the Group 2 Chirnside Stakes. Having his first run since May, Mahogany clearly the sentimental favourite. And in the finish, the 7-year-old consolidated his reputation as one of the best sprinters of all time, coming from near last to trounce the field.
It's Mahogany. Mahogany hit the front 100 to go and has careered away. A big winner, Mahogany.
That gives me an enormous thrill. This horse is a 7-year-old. He's won 19 races now. He is an out-and-out champion. People haven't called him that. Probably some people haven't called him that in his life, but he is an out-and-out champion to be doing that at his age.
And Stephen, the much-awaited Caulfield Cup barrier draw was staged just a few moments ago. There's not a lot between the contenders this year, so the outcome of the draw is particularly crucial. The top weight Count Chivas has drawn a wide gate with 20. The 1995 Caulfield Cup winner Doremus has drawn 12. Australian Derby winner Ebony Grove has drawn 10. Iron Horse, who finished third in the Caulfield Cup last year, has drawn 11. 10-1 chance Istedad has drawn very well with barrier 2. The Melbourne Cup favourite Always Aloof has drawn snugly also with 5. And finally, of course, the 3-1 favourite for the Caulfield Cup, Marble Halls, has drawn beautifully with 4. Leading trainer Lee Freedman now joins me to discuss the barrier draw. He has 4 runners entered in the race, so the outcome is absolutely crucial. Lee, are you happy with how your horses have drawn?
Well, I'm pretty, open about barrier draws. You can't do much about them, but I think, looking through the field, the 2 favourites have drawn very, very well. Istedad, who I think is our probably biggest danger, has drawn very well. Some lightweights have drawn wide, so there's going to be good pace in the race. I think it'll be truly run, and may the best horse win.
You must be particularly happy with how Marble Halls and Always Aloof, your best chances, have drawn.
Well, it's nice to draw there. I mean, they're horses that can take a position in the race, and obviously not having to do hopefully too much work early is going to be a bit of an advantage. Yeah.
Lee, thanks very much for your time. You've had a very busy day out here at Caulfield today, and best of luck for Saturday in the Caulfield Cup.
Thanks, Joe.
Stephen, that's all from us here at Caulfield Racetrack. It has been a fantastic day, and of course we'll have a full report from track work tomorrow morning on tomorrow night's news and Sports Tonight. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks to Jamie.
The latest mail on this Saturday's Caulfield Cup betting.
Yeah, g'day, Tim. Well, certainly Lee Freedman dominating it. There's no doubt about that. He's got 4 runners. He's got the first 2 favourites. He's got Marble Halls and Always Aloof. Now, there's a very big whisper around about the 1995 Caulfield Cup winner, and that is Doremus. Now, the reason for that, Tim, is that we're expecting rain on Saturday, and as you would know, Doremus loves the wet. And we've got a whole heap of chances at 25-1, including Catlin opening. Bart Cummings with just the 1 runner this year. And then we've got 50-1 chance down there, and that is the top weight Count Chivas, and write your own ticket for the other 3.
Now, Mark, I believe the rail at Caulfield has been moved out. What's behind that?
Yeah, it's just wear and tear, Tim.
Yeah.
They've had 30 races at Caulfield over the last month or so. That's a lot of racing in anyone's language. I know that the jockeys and all the trainers are very happy with the move by club officials to do that. It's actually only the second time in Caulfield Cup history they've shifted the rail. The last time was a long time ago, 1974, when Lalani won. Gee, we're looking forward to Saturday's Caulfield Cup. It is always a classic. Most of the horses went through their final preparations this morning, and there's a big tip around for Iron Horse.
Gay Waterhouse breezed into the heath this morning, giving her Cup team its first look at the track in more than 12 months. And it paid off. Epsom Handicap winner Iron Horse working impressively.
Ken Boss got off him and said, I wish I was on him on Saturday. I couldn't be more delighted with this horse. He's the most seasoned racehorse of mine going into the Caulfield Cup. He's won the Epsom this year. He's won the Gosford Gold Cup. He's really a tough contender.
Also proving themselves tough contenders for Saturday's $1 million race, the Freedman clan. 1995 Cup winner Doremus was given a light workout, and his trainer says he couldn't be happier.
He's in great form, Joe. You know, he's certainly come along well since the Turnbull. I couldn't be happy with him. He's going to probably, to sort of trouble the better horses down in the weights, he's going to have to get a bit of rain around. But look, I'm pretty happy to run him, you know.
Race favourite Marble Halls also had an easy morning, having put in a rousing gallop, somewhat secretly, on the course proper early yesterday. Always Aloof wasn't pushed too hard this morning either.
Pretty light work for him. He just straight over 7 furlongs at his pace work and just went home the last 2 quietly. And no, he's pulled up great. He's very fit.
Meantime, at Moonee Valley, Bart Cummings' team were given permission to work on the course proper. Caulfield Cup hope Catalan opening, working solidly on the outside of spine.
He worked quite nice. He worked over a mile and a quarter, and it was good, strong work. He worked with a good staying horse in spine, and it was good work the last 600 metres.
And in the latest Cup news, Brent Thompson will ride Kiwi stayer Bonsai Pipeline in the big race. Jo Mackinnon, 10 News.